playing into an Ashe. All these variables make it difficult for pro-level Smolder to get through.
I think that the Smolder may want to get out of that bot lane 2 versus 2.
We'll keep track of whether or not they choose to do
their
it.
level of performance. Incredible early game, and it really starts to struggle. That's where they start to be more difficult on the coordinated play, but we're going to see if they can pull off this dive.
All right, 4v2. Kingen and Mohan got to try to survive this one. Who's going to take the turret aggro here at the very start? Looks like Mako. TES walking back away, but now Tien with that 3-talent strike already primed. It's first blood, though, the other direction. DK doing a good job. Mohan surely has to die here. A 1-for-1 trade, but in a 2v4, DK is going to be all right with that one.
I mean, there's good news and bad news for DK. The good news is that Kingen doesn't lose his life, but the bad news is he's being denied a lot of farm, so he's trying his best to get back underneath the tower.
But he is stunned. 369 Mako and Jackie Love want to try to deny even more here if they can. Kingen popping the counter-strike, staying alive for now. Nice two-man stun coming out, but Kingen down to about 50 HP, still staying alive somehow with the volley.
Push here for himself.
Yep. Him and Mako just going to have to try to deal with this 2v3 situation now. Moham immediately in with a crash down, shattering strike. Mako at 100 HP and aiming is on the board. Tier 1 turret in some serious trouble now as a little bit more damage gets it done. Moham jumps in here with the Magnet Storm, immediately trying to make the fight happen in the 2v2. Meanwhile, the jungler fight off to the side ain't going to matter because Moham is already dead. The arrows fly and DK dies. Top Esports picking up 3 as Showmaker and Kingen tried to join up to help everybody else, but now they're in a bad spot too. Cream and Tien chasing after Showmaker. He's trying to buy himself a little bit of extra time. Top Esports are on the hunt for the Orianna. Showmaker still trying to get away. Two-man Shockwave. It don't even matter, man. Showmaker is going nowhere fast.
So annoying because they're always going to get the push. Now they have the Herald. This is going to be 12 Void Mites popping out of this thing. It's like a clown car of Void Mites running out there.
Kingen jumping in though with a counter-strike for the engage. Tien is low, but Top Esports are going between worlds. Tien gets away, and a massive amount of damage pours into the DK lines. Jackie Love grabbing the first kill. Moham is down.
From that 225 breakpoint. By the time it comes in, could be too little too late.
Tien over the wall, again, maybe looking for a fight. Kingen jumps in for the counter-strike. Jackie Love could be in a little bit of trouble here. Gets away for now. They're locking up the Jacks. Kingen can't do it. Moham's about to die here, too. Finally, they get one back on DK's side as Cream gets popped, but Moham's still getting away with only 100 HP. Lucid's here on the front line. Has to try to flash to get out of it. The Impale's going to be flashed back by Tien. They don't want to allow the red buff to just be stolen away this easily, but Top would love for these guys to step a little bit too close, and Lucid does just that. There's no way out for the Skarner. Tien ends up taking the kill. And gentlemen, we're 21 minutes into the game. The enemy jungler is down. Top Esports have a ticket straight to the Baron. Trouble. Cream and Jackie Love in hot pursuit as Kingen wants to try to get away from this one. But they are sending 3 dudes after him. Jax, do we get out of these? I'm not sure. Maybe?
It depends if Mako flashes.
I mean, he has the...
He's flashing.
No, okay, yeah. Mako flashes over. The counter-strike isn't going to block enough. Not here, not now, no way, not yet. Kingen is down.
And then Top are going to have full run of the map to set up for this Soul here.
Whoa, nice shot again. That is the second TP coming in from Kingen. Top Esports backing away, but continuing slow DPS onto the Dragon. Kingen on the left flank. Everybody else on DK here on the right. Tien gonna be grabbed there by the Skarner. The objective bounty claimed by Lucid. DK getting it done, but now Cream's going between worlds off to the side while 369 and Kingen duel off on the left. It's gonna be the first kill on Moham. Top Esports are about to lose their mid laner. He's down. Now they're gonna turn right back over onto Kingen. The Jax goes into the Zonias. He's staying alive for now with another beautifully timed counter-strike. He flashes back over the wall. DK's gonna try to regroup, but the Ashe has the damage. Jackie Love gets it done.
It becomes so difficult, and now the Baron is going to be secured here by Top.
Tier 2 is destroyed by Kingen, and now Top sees the opportunity to full send it underneath the Tier 3 here at the top side. It's already gone. Moham and Lucid gonna be taking a lot of damage as Moham's about to be killed. Lucid gets away back underneath the Nexus turrets. Moham's still alive somehow. Top Esports haven't lost a man, and the Skarner's also down. 3v5 for DK. Top Esports claim their first inhibitor. They claim 2 inhibitor turrets. They get everybody out, and 369 is ready to retreat and teleport back into the fight.
The job gets so difficult, the TP's coming back in.
All right, Top Esports want to end it right here. First Nexus turret and second, both dropping at about the same speed. Kingen wants to keep these guys away with a counter-strike, but it ain't going to do enough. Both turrets already dead. 369, tanking it up on the front line as Kingen is already down, aiming, focused up next. He flashes back into the fountain, but it will not matter. Top Esports take game 1.
A clean game from Top Esports from start to finish. Very little to criticize. Deal with the fact that there's a lot of mobility on the side of DK, and Jackie Love can be very self-sufficient on the Kai'Sa.
Top Esports is going to just sweep their way into the quarterfinals.
D versus Skarner matchup.
Immediate jump in. The Zenith blade from
minute.
Moham is a mistake. He goes
Stunned
to...
up, and Moham gives over a freebie.
That is rough. Ooh, nice engage coming up from Kingen here, trying to use that counter-strike to lock up Cream, who dies to the proc on the first set of grubs, but DK has a 4-man unit ready to try to play here. Nice engage coming out. They go for the slam into the wall. Between Worlds finds multiple targets as Showmaker now snaps back. A lot of pressure and damage onto Jackie Love, and he drops first in the fight. TN finally gets a return kill here on a Showmaker, but now he's in a little bit of trouble himself. Moham gets away with just 100 HP as Mako is slowed down by the Sejuani, and Cream continues trying to find a little bit more damage. The weirding has some, but is it enough? They finally end up getting another 1-for-1 trade with a 2v2 here at the very end. Cream has more health, but he has no mana. Lucid trying to get away, and he has to flash to avoid the 3 hit. With their mechanics, with their individual skill, and set themselves up for a better spot. Nice engage there. The lockup on Jackie Love. Moham needs a little bit more damage to secure the kill. Jackie's still kiting. DK is hell. DK still on their approach. They throw out the Glacial Prison, but it ain't gonna find a whole lot yet. A lot of damage onto Jackie Love, barely staying alive here with about 50 HP. Showmaker gonna grab the kill, but TM with a massive 3-man ulti. No damage to follow it up. DK will get... We'll talk about him in a second, unless this turns into something absolutely crazy. There's your wombo combo with the engage. The East in this game, along with that Bloodthirster for the misfortune of aiming that is 2-1-2, as Moham could be in a bad spot here. Crash down plus the weirding, a little bit of damage on that one as Kingen has to get away back underneath the tier 1 turret in the bottom side of the map at the same time with the bullet time flying in over the top. A lot of damage onto Cream, beautifully punished from DK as top chase a little bit too far, but now what is this? Lucid nearly caught out there thanks to the Skarner ulti, but a flash into an Arctic Assault back over the wall, and now Jackie Love is once again in the sights of aiming, and DK, one more shot to the head, and Jackie's out of there. Aiming still fighting as TN tries to get the last little bit of damage onto Lucid to make this one a 1-for-1. Lucid wants to be able to challenge here for the flip, and he steals it away. Beautifully done with the bullet time in over the top. It's not going to find a whole lot of damage as Showmaker tries to jump in. He resets his position and gets back away, but Lucid's going to be killed off first as Cream tries to disengage. Kingen in the middle of everybody with a counter-strike, but he ain't going to find a lot. 369 is on the hunt as Moham and Kingen try to get out. TN still chasing. Moham's about to drop. DK kept their mid laner alive. Hold on, Moham. Now the target. TN ready to tunnel through the wall here to back up Mako. Remember, this Leona is very, very, very tanky. Still at about half HP. Impale to drag him right on back. They are throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this dude, and he's still getting away. Cream finally takes the kill.
I mean, that was a lot of CC required. It's just like, we will hold you.
The jungle in the top from the other side, way weaker.
Showmaker over the wall there with the soul unbound, but he has to snap back. The Drake is going to be claimed before Lucid can try to show up and threaten a 50-50. Tien wants to jump over the wall. Lucid's about to lose the Arctic armor. They're trying to use a lot here on the Sejuani. The Impale only onto the enemy tank. Showmaker's looking for the angle here, but Lucid's going to be killed off first. Jackie Love taking the kill as Moham is isolated from the rest of the team. Jackie Love's trying to be protected by Mako and Tien. He needs to kite out away from the Yone, but a nice move coming out from Showmaker to take him down. Aiming is kiting it out. Tien is about to die. Kingen looking for a little bit more as Tien gets away, but finally Aiming getting the last auto attack and a double kill pit. Lucid is around. Top Esports now turning for the fight. Lucid's going to be the focus here at the start, taking a lot of the damage between worlds, ready to drop and try to keep DK in place, but Kingen has already killed Jackie Love. He'll be traded back. Lucid is very low. He's already going to be killed now as 369 goes on a killing spree. Over the wall he goes to bring back another one on DK's side. A double kill for the Cassante as he tries to get away, but Showmaker is making plays on Top Esports. DK, they are focusing Jackie Love so well. Kingen on the Jack position with the soul unbound. He popped the QSS to get away. Moham's going to keep the fight going. Bullet time gets Tien very low, but he ain't dead yet. Still burning to the ignite.
Awkward spot. We'll see if he can catch one of these recalls.
This could be a little bit greedy from DK. Moham's trying to get out now. Lots of flashes being spent as Lucid also gets himself out. Showmaker looking for an entry into the fight, and Aiming goes unstoppable. Bullet time cuts down Mako, and Top Esports are in a 4v5. Aiming with a single shot back into Jackie Love. Tien coming in, Aiming with a flash away. Now as the engage from Moham ain't going to be good enough. He's down to about death's door, and they finally get him. Cream takes the kill. Lucid's trying to get away, and 369 goes all out, all in, all the way forward. Very small health bar. Tien wants to guarantee he can secure this objective for his team, but Lucid goes over the wall, ready to jump into the pit. The Baron's going to be claimed by the Aurora of all people. Cream's living the dream. Kingen has to try to get away. Cream still in hot pursuit. The Jacks will live, but Top Esports get another kill, and they get the Baron.
Massive threat.
Okay, Tier 3 turret, just
Tien's
about
going.
dead here in the bottom lane. Just about dead over in the mid lane as well. Lucid's gonna be dragged back by the Impale. Cream goes between worlds, and Lucid is down. King into the back, trying to cause some disruption, but he's gonna be hurt next. Moham about to drop. 369 here on the front line. Needs a little bit more damage, and again, still alive. Top with all 5 men still ready to go, but they gotta be careful with some low health bars. Showmaker goes in for a fate sealed. Big bullet time over the 369. Cream has already killed Showmaker. Aiming is about to be caught. King jumps into a 1v4, but he will not find his hero's moment. An ace for Jackie Love, and they will do it with a 2-0.
Incredible team fighting from Top Esports. I mean, they just played so many of those fights so well.
Man.
Jackie Love was shut down from the start of the
You dive in there, all of a sudden you're a Mumu ulted, then there's a hostile takeover coming out, you're a miasma. You can't really have a lot of mobility in those situations. Drop the ball. And I think for a game 1, makes sense.
All right, as a
The
champion.
FlyQuest just said, you know what?
Whoa, Flash disdain from Whippo, immediately going after Viper. Flash for Flash, Summoner spells up there, as now HLE making their play here in the mid lane on the quad. He'll get stunned up, gunned down first. Guy hits level 6, surely there's no threat at all on these guys. Whippo finding his ulti now. Doran be taken a little bit low, but not low enough.
Those 2v2s. See, quad in trouble.
Nice engage from Zeka, going in for the fate sealed. One little bit more damage on the quad, and the minions finish him off.
In this meta, so it is very difficult. Nice sidestep from Masu.
Yeah, Masu staying alive for now, but the hostile takeover just misses everything. Masu and Busio trying to fight back, but Masu's bailout isn't going to be enough. Peanut ends up taking the kill, and now Busio has no way out. HLE, the easy 2v2 here, gets Doran paid back in the mid lane. Zeka's trying to get out. FlyQuest are final.
Inspired?
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, flashing forward for the curse of the sad mummy. They immediately throw down the miasma to stop Zeka from being able to get away together to guarantee this one. But now Bwippo's going to be the target for HLE on the other side of the map. Viper flies in with that killer instinct, but it's Bwippo who's still
just getting more. And speaking of more,
Inspired, about to get crashed down to pawn. He'll try to get away, but the CC is too much, combined with Doran's damage. The Hanwha Life top laner now on a rampage, but Quad's trying to follow it up here. Goes in for the petrifying gaze. Hanwha's getting locked up. Peanut and Doran both trying to flash back away as they put the damage into Quad, who's barely staying alive with an extra 100 HP. The bailout can't save him, and Hanwha Life is out fighting FlyQuest. Bwippo's still trying to escape, and Doran re-engages with a counter-strike leap. Yeah, FlyQuest, they're way too late. Inspired, he even gets caught with a Glacial Prison and the Magnet Storm, so there's no chance for a steal. Now Zeka tries to jump in. Delight's surely going to be caught out here. Inspired with the flash over the wall, tries to get the damage he needs. Bwippo flashing forward with the Fear Beyond Death, chasing down Viper.
You win the next fight, because again, you look towards these summoners.
That's not a fight, man. That is an execution for Quad's Cassio. There's your Glacial Prison. Zeka wanted to jump in and follow it up, but Inspired chases him back to the Soul Unbound. TP's about to arrive from Bwippo. Zeka with a flash away, barely staying alive. Hostile takeover forces out a couple of flashes, but doesn't get a whole lot. Delight's now going to be put into the grinder. Fear Beyond Death finds him. Inspired, and the rest of FlyQuest chasing after Peanut now. Masu, spear after...
crucially, we once again...
Viper with the killer instinct, he goes in after Masu. The bailout is not there in time. Viper with a 1v2. Back to live, and Bwippo is in a 1v4. Sterix Gage to try to keep him alive. Inspired jumps in. Hostile takeover forces HLE back the other direction. Peanut now in some danger himself. Right back into the grinder.
Oh, he went through the portal. They're trying to flank them.
But now, Bwippo trying to juggle Viper back around the other direction. Viper's in a bad spot, trying to use the stasis to stay alive as Bwippo gives him the thumbs up. Bwippo stays alive. Inspired Quad now looking for a little bit more. Back at Doran, who goes for the flash counter strike, but it ain't gonna work out so well. Doran dies with the petrifying gaze. It'll be
very end, but it was enough. The dragon not stolen. Peanut.
Yeah, Peanut wanted to jump over the wall. He has no flash. Peanut
needs to be careful.
Trouble.
Yeah, Bwippo's gonna get jumped on here yet again. That is their target. Hostile takeover comes in from Busio. Bwippo's still barely hanging on. Sterix finally gonna proc. There is the bailout, but it won't bail out a damn thing. FlyQuest gonna get caught in their own jungle. Masu's already almost dead, and Doran swoops in to guarantee it. HLE finally find the angle they're looking for, and FlyQuest are lambs to the slaughter. Viper's got a triple kill, and Quad's the last man standing. HLE, 33 minutes in, will barrel straight to the Nexus and a 1-0 lead.
As hope was at its highest, Hanwha find a single.
Yeah, and I'm happy we actually got to hear comms coming into this segment with like how clean they were in terms of, okay, Whippo recognizes
the
when.
LCS for most of the season, or if he'll go a very different route. New lock.
It's a new lock-in.
And he was, Inspired was laughing there, so I wonder if this is going to be...
I believe it is new.
In 2017? It's the new.
It's the new.
Not the old new? Because it would have been interesting if it was pre-rework, and this would have been the first... we've seen this before.
Peanut hovers around top. Ghost going to be popped.
Goes from Whippo, but now he's heading back the other direction. That might not be the right choice.
Good
Whippo
shield.
down to 100 HP. He doesn't want to lose out on all this EXP from the minions. Picks up his axe, throws another undertow back. Doran flashing to guarantee the
for us this game.
Yeah, and now he's trying to make his way back. Pops the Ragnarok. Wants to turn it back onto the jungler, I would have to think, but it's so difficult to do. Finally using the W shield, just barely staying alive, but surely he's just dead now. All right, Inspired's coming in. Goes from Whippo, chasing after Doran, popping the Ragnarok, wants to get as much damage as possible. Whippo's gonna be the first one to tank the turret, and Whippo...
Not really an angle for the grubs when Whippo can't really respond.
Uh-oh. Speaking of not being able to respond, Doran going all the way in here for the slice, the dice, the dive. It's nice. Both summoner spells spent on that one. Flash, shielded daybreak from Busio to try to lock up Peanut, but it ain't going to work out so well. TP reinforcements from HLE. Busio stuck in the middle of 4 players, and he ain't going to get away from this one. Peanut's going to be the trade, at least a 1 for 1. Some other ones could be, but on a champion like Olaf, it's really good. 2v1 here in the bottom lane. Spiraling Despair connects onto Doran. Do they have enough damage to take him out, though? It's just Busio and Quad's already used most of his spells. Severing Bolt doesn't hit the target, and Doran lives.
Look top, look top.
Zeka now in some trouble as the snowball's making its way in, but a nice flash away from it when Inspired can't make the turn. Whippo looking for a little bit more damage here to chase this guy down. The absolute zero isn't going to get a whole lot, and now Zeka can reset his shield.
It's a quad.
Ultimately, the problem is,
Another dive, this time on mid lane. It's Viper! Shot to...
They're going to look again. No flash, remember.
All right, Zeka could be in some danger here, but he might just try to turn it around back onto Whippo with a redemption coming in, though. Whippo will stay alive in the shutdown this time. That snowball will not find the angle that Inspired wants.
He's going to get rooted by the E.
Doran's trying to use his teleport to get away, but that is not how it's going to work. Nunu shield to keep himself alive against some of Doran's bursts, and Inspired down. They've got Nunu and Kalista together. They should be able to secure this one, but they immediately get rid of the Nunu, and it's stolen away by Peanut. Whippo's in the middle of everybody, but he's already going to be killed. They're trying to turn it back on the Doran on FlyQuest side, but it ain't going to work. He survives the Spiraling Despair, and now Zeka's into the backline here as well, but he might just get killed. Quad grabbing the kill on that one as Delight tries to get away, but Masu is putting him like a pin cushion down here in the bottom lane. Quad ends up taking the kill.
We're back to another fight. Peanut's caught.
Peanut on this Zyra has his flash, but it's the only escape mechanism available, and it looks like FlyQuest is ready to collapse. Peanut, Inspired, and Masu know it's there. A nice sidestep on the Keeper's Verdict from Inspired. He's
wants
running
to keep it leashed.
FlyQuest is threatening to just try to steal it away. They even dropped the redemption, but the burst already onto Masu. They're going to be able to kill him up, but FlyQuest claims the Baron. A little bit more damage, might be able to kill Delight. They're trying to chase after him. Now you got the Ragnarok. Peanut trying to get away with a flashback over the wall. FlyQuest still in hot pursuit. Doran and Peanut looking to get away, but Viper is dead.
a massive team fight.
In front of the Nunu's face, he just doesn't let you leech it, and now they're going for Zeka.
Busio wants in. They knock Zeka up into the air, but the wind wall is doing a ton of heavy lifting, keeping the Yasuo alive. Busio has gone in too far. Spiraling Despair is there. Zeka
Found ways to give FlyQuest a chance in this game.
He's also found a way behind enemy lines. Whippo is on the flank. He's pretty isolated right now. Peanut is already down. Solar Flare sets it up for Whippo to knock it down, and now it's a double kill, and Zeka is already dead here too.
Magic resistant. Oh, hang
Hold
on.
on now. Inspired, eating a little bit of damage here, but they're going to stun up Doran instead. Spiraling Despair. The Sterix gauge is not going to keep
set up for this dragon because they know they can't give souls, so they're trying to play for the tier 2s. They're pushing up mid, they're pushing up bot, they're trying to get vision here to try to play to deny souls to losing the game.
Big gold influx there with 2 tier 2s being knocked down. Zeka wants to use the TP. It's interrupted by Inspired. They found the Yasuo, but do they have the follow-up in time? Minutes on the clock. They've got the Soul. They've got the Baron. Solar Flare isn't going to find anything, but it will create some space. Inspired still trying to frontline as Whippo's ready to go. Berserker dive right on in, but a Keeper's Verdict knocks one of the remaining players of FlyQuest away. It's already put trouble. Going over to Fly. Doran into the back line. Quad in some trouble, but he flashes away. Whippo needs a little bit more damage, but he ain't going to find Viper. FlyQuest, though, still firing back into Doran. They don't have the damage for the kill here just yet. A flash forward from Inspired for a point-blank snowball as Masu rescues Busio, but he's caught by the Strangle Thorns, and Viper's got the damage to kill him. Busio's gonna be cleaned up now as well. FlyQuest force hard, trying to
into the severing bolt, chunks out Viper quite a bit, and they're gonna threaten here.
Yeah, they want to fully engage this time. They've got a lot of damage onto the light, and that is with Kalista and Inspired together. FlyQuest are gonna try to secure it, and they've already got it. Whippo running into the middle of everybody. Doran trying to do the same thing on the opposite side. Keeper's verdict again, gonna find a single ejection, as now Doran is already down. Masu's grabbing the first kill. FlyQuest is ready to keep going, and Busio's got a lockup, but he may have gone too far forward. Busio's gonna be killed there by the True Shot barrage on one lane, but HLE has found their way into the
Delight's
Elder
behind
Dragon
him.
pit. TP ready to join. Delight is behind. A 4v4 for the next 15 seconds. Doran is still capable of joining. You gotta be careful if you're on HLE. Zeka's here on the front line, but a beautiful True Shot barrage. Quad's gonna be taken down shortly. Zeka's gonna find him with the last breath, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Whipple's still here on the front line. Viper running and gunning. He kites him out. He fights it out. Him against Masu and Inspired. But the Nunu and Kalista together will secure the Elder Dragon towards the Nexus turrets of HLE. Inspired throws a snowball, but he doesn't want to overcommit here just yet. Elder is still active. They're diving in towards HLE. Delight's going to be here on the front line, already executed by the Elder Dragon. Doran's going to be killed off next.
They're doing it!
Already dead for HLE. FlyQuest going for the throat. Zeka will not survive. A double kill back over the quad. Nexus turret still standing, but they're the only damn thing barely hanging on. Second Nexus turret. That one's already down. Nexus turret number 2. It's on its way into the rubble pit as well. FlyQuest defying expectations, taking us to game 3.
What a performance from FlyQuest, stepping up, making it competitive in game 1 and taking over in game 2, coming out with clear...
Important things to take into consideration here. Hanwha Life have taken an approach of comfort, right? Zeka on the Silas, you already talked about it, Flowers. And they're going to try and leverage the fact that Whippo can soak this up, will have value later into the game, get to those late game fights, and how HLE will play around the Baron.
Delight in some trouble here, though. He's level 1, Busio level 2. Masu with the flash over the wall to chase after Delight.
late,
Once
though.
the last auto attack doesn't find it, Masu just a little bit late there with the summoner follow. But Inspired showing up down here in the bottom lane. Whippo's down to 200 HP. Oh, the attempted flash after the ball.
Overall, though, FlyQuest.
Gage, Busio, Shattering Strike into the crash down, but Peanut is here. He's got the Impale, and this is surely first blood for HLE.
Some danger, they're gonna look for a wraparound.
Yeah, remember that Whippo does have the ability to use the ulti to try to get away, but they stand right in front of him, exactly the way you want to outplay the Scion ulti. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Busio and Inspired trying to make the play here on Delight, but a beautiful amount of damage from Viper there with a Feather Call. Now he tries to get a little bit more, and Viper outplays him and slays him down here in the barely hanging on, almost no HP left. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, another fight's going to be breaking out as Zeka and Delight try to stay in a fight, but Whippo's going to be killed underneath the tier 1 turret at the top lane at the same time. A little bit more damage onto Zeka, ain't going to do it here just yet. Inspired critically low. Zeka still fighting. A slam back at the wall. Inspired is on HLE, unchallenged with the Baron so far, but now FlyQuest trying to step up.
No
Delight here
flash.
in the very front. They try to jump in. Inspired wants to go after the Poppy, but it ain't gonna matter a whole lot. Quad's gonna get caught. Nice Feather Collar, but it doesn't matter. Viper's already down. Whippo teleports into the fight, but so does Doran. It's a 2-for-2 so far. Peanut trying to get away. Masu needs to buy a little bit of time. Busio here in the front line, but it ain't gonna matter. Masu now in trouble. Meganar misses. Sidestep comes out, but the Proto Belt is still there. It's a 1v3, and Masu's done for.
A promising start to the fight in favor of FlyQuest.
Gonna have to wait for mistakes and see if they can find an opportunity.
Zeka's the target, but he uses the stasis to get away from the Vi ultimate. Magnet Storm followed by the Killer Instinct from Masu. A pick for FlyQuest on the HLE mid laner, but at the cost of so many resources. Whippo now trying to defend underneath the tier 2 turret here in the top lane, but the rest of FlyQuest is coming to collapse. Inspired has gone over the wall, coming up behind Delight. Whippo surely going to be killed here, but remember that he comes back to life. FlyQuest still trying to keep the fight going. Busio goes over the wall. Delight's going to be your target here with a Shattering Strike coming out, but a little bit more damage is still going to be required. Busio grabbing the kill on that one. Petrifying Gaze onto Peanut. Viper and Dawn still trying to fight, but a massive impale from Peanut to turn it right back around. That might just be the game from the Hanwha Life jungler. HLE on the victory march. FlyQuest did everything they could to try to stop it. They pushed HLE HLE to a game 3, but you don't become #1 in the LCK for nothing. They're on to the Nexus turrets, and they want to end the game and end the series here. Doran down to about 1/3 HP as Zeka has to retreat now as well. Peanut trying to get away back through the bottom lane. He cruises through the wall. HLE heading back away. Peanut going to try to execute to the turret. The shield to buy a little bit of extra time, but it still doesn't matter. Zeka even stealing away the buy ultimate, so in case anybody from FlyQuest tries to stop it, he can immediately jump in to punish. Doran jumps in, wants to go for the Mega Gnar, but he doesn't find a whole lot of success with it. Zeka versus Inspired off to the side as FlyQuest try to hold the line. Miasma to stop HLE from stepping any further forward. Doran at about half HP. Whippo doing the same. Over the wall goes Zeka. He's into the back line, but he uses the stasis. Magnet Storm from Busio looking to keep everybody locked up, but Viper is already unstoppable, and FlyQuest is crumbling. A little bit more damage from Doran might get it done, but quad kills Delight. FlyQuest scrambling, but it will not matter. HLE will not be denied the LCK's #1 seed. 30 minutes in, they'll take the series.
And what a heroic performance by Peanut.
Against like the first 100 pages of team comps. But they haven't gotten to like chapter 327 where Nunu is and where Whippo, like